Hi guys, hope everybody's well. Got a great video today, but a sad one as well, as we travel around the track with Handsome Rob in Handsome Rob's camp. It's a sad one because although it's another Thursday night, which is always epic, it's the last time we get to race at Force Raceway. They're closing the doors this week for the final time, so really sad. I'll be gutted that it's closing. Hopefully though they can regroup and something bigger and better can come from it in the not too distant future. But for the time being, this is kind of where we're at, and yeah, we'll see how we go. But more importantly, Thursday night's mini night and my epic quest to continue to try to improve my mini Mardave. Q1 didn't go too bad really. 24 laps for me is a decent consistent amount of laps that I do. 11.69 is a good, not a bad standard for an average 10 laps, with a best lap of 11.48. So I thought I was kind of setting the table for it to for things to progress. But Q2 rolled around and again, nice and consistent, 24 laps again. Best 10 was a little bit slower, a good, almost half a second slower of 12.13, with a best still, sub 12. So that isn't too bad for me. I thought I was getting into a groove and having a bit of a steady night. But then Q3 came around and a couple of little mistakes started to creep in. Well, I managed to do 23 laps. My best 10 time definitely dropped to, 12.32. And my best, a good almost a second really off the pace with my best, down to 12, into the 12 seconds, which I weren't really all that impressed with. But it set me up well to be on pole position for the final. So with that in mind, I'm on pole. Let's see how the race progresses. So that's me in the green car on pole. Let's see how we get on. So a complete unmitigated disaster. I was either too much pressure from being on pole and setting off, but as you can see, I just managed to limp round with 21 laps. I think everybody lapped me. Just didn't go well at all. But there's some tweaks I've made to hopefully negate some of that, which is chatting with people and some discussions. It's not necessarily the car or necessarily me. It's a setting on the controller that I had, and I'm not still understanding all the technical parts of that. So hopefully some advice there will come in invaluable at this weekend's Rugmasters, of which there's going to be much excitement, much anticipation, and much tyre and car prep, I feel, on the day before. Anyway, that's to come up in a later video. Watch out for that dropping soon. But finally, as I say, the doors on Force Raceway have closed permanently. So with that in mind, here is a snippet of the parade lap that us of the naughty table did of the track, but much to the chagrin of all the A drivers that were waiting to come up on the podium. But we did a parade lap and delayed off. Big shout out to Stu, to Ollie, to Dicko, to the enigma that is Martin, to Stu. Who else am I missing? Sharpie, Dean, Owen, Rob, every now and again, Dan. Gonna miss you all a lot, guys. Really hope to see you all trackside at different events. Until then, toodle pip, guys. Toodle pip.